Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Miel Hebraica. Today we're continuing with our study of Psalm 119. It's been a bit of a process, I will say. I knew it'd be a lot of work, but having to read each passage 3, 4, 5, 6 times to really catch the drift of how it's working. And translation quite often is straightforward, although there can be issues with that as well. But now we're looking at kaf, okay? Kaf. Kaf in the archaic sense is what's on the inside of my hand, the palm of my hand. And so it's kind of the words that require holding or gathering or something like that, or sustaining. We sustain things in our hand. We extend our hand to the poor to help them. So the kaf is got a lot of mileage to it in terms of its paleographic meaning. And we see a little bit of it throughout the passage or throughout the 8 verses we have here. It's also used for the comparatives. It's used for this particular kaf lamed, and that means all or many or everything. Kaf goes a long ways, I say. Kol mishvotecha imuna sheker redefuni azreini. And all of your commandments, emunah, are faithfully true. They are something we can really hold on to. So all of that. So we're going to get into all of this passage. At first, when I went through it, I'll have to admit, sometimes the passage gets a little tedious. It got a little tedious on me here, but it's in the end, it's turned out quite interestingly. So let's go on. My soul longs for your salvation. I hope in your word. Kalta le teshuatecha nafshi le devarecha yechalti. Kalta. My soul longs. When we get back to the root of kol, all, it's my all in all. Okay. For my soul, again, nafshi. Here's nafshi is my soul. For my soul, it's all in all. Okay, it's everything. Okay, it's all of it. It is for my soul. Kalta, kolta. Oh yeah, how about that? That's kames hatuv. Kolta, all of it. Le teshuatecha, for your salvation. Okay, again, the root here is kind of well known. Yeshua, salvation, to save. Yehoshua is Jehovah saves. Yeshua is the root word for Jesus. So, in a sense, this does point us it's a little bit of a pointing word towards Jesus. I long for your salvation. I long for Jesus. So, le teshuatecha, to your salvation. When my soul is getting surrounded and under fire, then of course I look to salvation, to the Lord. And so Yeshuaticha, this is incidentally a parallel to Torah, to the law, and ledebarecha, ledebar, to your word, yechalti. I am hoping, I hold on to it. It's something very important to me. Yechalti. This is incidentally in this passage, these 8 verses, there's a lot of soul searching going on throughout these verses. So, kalu enai le amaratecha lemor matai te nechameni. Kolu, that's it's all too much. Okay. Now, translators look at this eye and they go, "Oh, the eyes are doing something, so the eyes must be overwhelmed somehow." Okay, so weeping or whatever. So they'll use words that are related to eyes. I just put here kol. It's all too much for my eyes. My eyes are too much, or it's too much for my eyes. Le amaratecha, for what you are saying, what you are declaring, your declarations. This is for your sayings or your declarations to me, okay, to my eyes. lemor, saying, it's for me to say. Oh, yeah, and this lemor enters or opens a direct quotation. Whenever you see lemor, almost every time you see lemor, you're going to be ending up using quotation marks in the next little phrase. So that's what we have here, lemor, in order to say, for me to say. The first verse here is, the first part of the verse is for front of my eyes, and now I'm continuing with it. I have to ask a question. Matai te nahameini. Naham is deep comfort or counsel or consolation. The word Nehemiah comes from this. The Lord comforts, the Lord counsels, the Lord comforts. It's also, we dig further back into the root, you get to Nun He, which is Noah, the rest or comfort we have that Noah provides. So you got Noah and Nahame, Ni. You have, so you got Nehemiah, you got Noah, you got lots of good roots inside of this word here. So it's that you would comfort me. When is it that you will comfort me? I'm still waiting for your comfort. Means that for now, my eyes are still looking for it. And though I'm like a wineskin dried by smoke, of course, this would be a little hard on the eyes as well. I know sometimes in the early morning my eyes are dried out and you go, whoa, oh, this doesn't feel so good. Ki hayati, even though I am. Ke nod, as a wineskin. Comparative. This one's because, and this one's a comparative as, like, okay? And that's one of the uses that Kof has many of these kind of uses, comparative uses here. Kenod, be kish, kitor, by smoke. I'm a wineskin, just like smoke, okay? The word dried is understood here. So, abekitor, as by smoke. Hukecha, your statues, lo, I don't. Zakachti, I don't forget them. I'm not, forgetful. I'm not just sort of leaving them to one side, okay? Lo shakachti, that's I'm not forgetting your statues. Hukecha. So, yeah, when things are drying out, had no rain, had no joy in life, where do we turn? We return to the Hukecha, that is to the God's statues, and He provides them. How many days does it take for your sermon? Kama is how much, how many. Even this word you're going to hear a lot when you go down to the Mahane, down to the Jewish market, and you'll just ask produce and stuff. My wife learned this particular phrase, and she's not a great Hebrew scholar, but she, kamazole. How much does that cost? Okay, kamazole. So kama, how much? Yame, days. And this is a construct plural. It's attached via makef right here, so structurally it's attached. And when it's attached, it really should run all of the accenting down to the last part of the word, or part of the sequence here. But you have a metech, and that separates it out. It makes it actually provides an accenting for this very first part. So yame avdecha, for days. How long? How many days for your servant? Okay, avdecha. And here the psalmist is calling himself a servant. He's talking to the Lord. He's asking about that. How many days for your servant? Matai, when? Ta'ashu, when will you make or do? Peredufani, those who chase me after me. Be rod fan, de rod fai. The ones who chase after me, those who chase me, who persecute me, who want to do me evil. Mishpat, judgment. So This is good Hebrew sequencing. If you sequence this way in English, it wouldn't quite turn out right. But Tashe, you will do your judgment on those who chase me. Okay? Those who chase me. When will you do your judgment or judgment on those who chase me? The arrogant carve out pits to trap me. It's interesting. I was make or dig, and just search a little bit through the English language. You'll find one that's very similar to what's there in Hebrew. Karu li, they carved out for me. Zedim, these are the arrogant, evil ones. The proudful ones. Jedim, karuni, have carved out for me. Shihot, pits, holes in the ground. Okay? A mnemonic for this is just remember the SHIT places. Okay, so I'm not going to print that out here, just spell it out for you, but it's one way of certainly remembering this particular word. Okay, shihot, and incidentally works as a verb as well. So both ways. I guess in English it works as a verb, it works also as a noun. So these are plural holes in the ground. These holes are there to trap me. Yeah, they don't. The Hebrew does not have the word trap, but it does certainly have the word pits, and those holes in the ground are there to not for my good. They're there for catching me. Asher lo katoratecha, which not according to your law. It does not compare to your law. Okay, toratecha. It's not according to your law. These holes, this persecution, this kind of trial does not come because of the law. It comes because of the evil of the shadim. All your commands are faithfully true. And when you get to the word emunah, this is it's truth, okay, truth, but it's also faithfulness, and often in Western thought, when you see truth, you go, well, it's intellectually true, okay? This is a statement that's intellectually true, but truthfulness or truth also must lead us to faithfulness. So this is my translation here, faithfully true. In other words, I want the faithfulness and then I want the truth. And they're both in this word. And so Hebrew includes both concepts here, faithfully true. So to capture that in English, I just put it in like this, faithfulness and truth. Kol mishvotecha, all of your commands, faithfulness and truth, faithfully true. Sheker, the lie. Redefuni, they are chasing after me. They are chasing after me with a lie. In other words, here I am to the faithfulness truth of God's word, His commandments, but those of the world are chasing me with a lie. They want to paste a lie on top of me. And then take a look here. You have atna, which means this is what they call a disjunctive accent. In other words, it kind of puts a break. In other words, this atna explains this comma right here. So, redafuni, they chase me. As reini, okay. Esher is to help. Esher kenegdo, help meet. Reini, so help to me. Okay, be of help to me. They chase me and be of help to me. Then, so this is first person singular suffix also right here. Okay, redafuni as reini. Aki me'at kiluni ba'aretz. Remember, kol is all and everything, or to get it all or to do it all. Okay, do it all. And so one of the best ways of saying this is finished. It's third person suffix verb that they do all of it to me. Okay, they do all of it to me. So they almost finished me. And this is Okay, now at is a little bit, and meat from a little bit, compared to, so the Hebrew has this capacity of just tacking a whole stack of prepositions all together, and that's what we have right here. Okay, meat, as from a small, okay, as from a small. Okay, so this is by just a little bit, by just a little bit more, they would have finished me. It would have been all over for yeah, it would have been all over for me. Okay, by just a little bit, it would have been all over for me. But it's in the land, or in the earth, on the earth. Okay, on the earth. Ba'aretz. This is in ba, and this is then a definite. It's a definite article because of the comments. Since the Aleph doesn't accept here a dagish, this patan is pushed up to a comment, so ba'aretz. And then also what would be normally a double segolate, segol, this first segol is pushed up to a comments. Okay, sorry if we get a little bit technical here on how the vowels are running here, but that's what we see. Ba'aretz, in the land, on the land. Ve'ani, and I is the first person singular independent pronoun. Lo, ajbiti, but I don't abandon. Okay, this is a negation. I do not. Ajbiti, I do not abandon. Pe ku decha. Here's something very interesting. This vav right here, they haven't done anything with showing the vav. It really should be pointed as a surik. Instead of doing that, they stuck a kibbutz under here, and the kibbutz then represents the sound of this particular vav. So this vav is not working as a consonant; it's working as a vowel right here. Pekudecha. I'm pretty sure I'll find lots of other examples where they do point it as a surik, but here they point it as a kibbutz. Okay, so this surik is pointed as a kibbutz. Okay, that's a little bit unusual. Okay, but the sound's still basically the same thing. Okay, pekudecha. Yeah, pekudecha. Your indications, things that are based on the visit of God with us, the visit of Jehovah with us. Those are pekudecha, those are pekudim. Okay, those are things that when God visits us, he puts things into order and he indicates things to us. Now, according to your mercy, make me live, okay, and I will hold to the testimonies of your mouth. These two things are related. I mean, my life and the testimonies of God, of Jehovah's mouth, those things are certainly related. I will only be alive when I hold to the testimonies. Ke hazdecha, according to this is chesed. Okay, originally be a segolate, two segols, but now it's got both prefix and suffix portions agglutinated to it. So ke hazdecha, according to your mercy, yours. Hayeni, make me alive, give me life. Okay. Anytime you see a chet in front of a yod like this, and it's a little short form like that, it really doesn't. Can be almost anything towards the end of this one. Hayeni, make me alive. This is also found in it's in Genesis 2 when God breathes the breath of life into Adam. Okay, so this is the source of life. Then is Jehovah. That's where we get this Yaheni. The psalmist recognize that again. Want life? Have to go to the Jehovah for it. Okay, Kehazdecha Hayeni, make me alive, make me live, give me life. Okay? Hayeni, to me. Ve'eshemara, and I will guard or watch over edut, the testimonies of. Okay, so what we're seeing here is plural of ed, edu, and tau. That's then the construct form of this thing, and then this leads us into a construct chain, and it's testimonies picha, of your mouth. Okay, the testimonies of your mouth. So it's a sequence in construct. The the testimonies come from the mouth of the Lord, and we live by it. We guard those things. These all of the portions, incidentally, I don't know if maybe it's something you haven't noticed, but these 8 verses from this section of Kaf did not have a single time that it mentioned Jehovah Yahweh specifically. To me, it was the first time. Now, each time I read a section of 8, I always try to spot the verse where Jehovah appears, and I begin with that. I begin that kind of has to define things, and that has to be our starting point. This time around, it didn't have it, and I tell you what, I felt a little bit of a loss when I couldn't find the reference to Jehovah. But we did find lots of places where, wow, everything's piling on us, everything is against us, they're chasing me, they're giving me trouble, their life is rough, and so forth. Each time that happens, turn to God's word, to his law, to his testimonies, to his indications, his pekudecha, his all the things that he is giving to us. Those things hold us steady in the middle of the turmoil of life. Those who are persecuting us, those who are chasing us, those who are causing us trouble, those who would criticize us, those who would put nasty comments in the sections of my YouTube channel, all of those things. Okay, when those things happen, I turn to the Word. I turn to God's direction, and His Word speaks to me, and it comforts me and strengthens me, and I can go forward. So when life, as I say, when life hands you a lemon, make lemonade. When life gives you trouble, turn to the Lord and live your life according in obedience to Him. And may God bless and God care for you in this day.